Good afternoon.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the return of the Gemma and Joe show. And we're bringing it back today. We thought it'd be a good idea to get back into our Sunday routine of doing our little show. We love it and we've missed it. So we're both back, and my co-producer, my brother, J-Man, Joe, is with me, and we've got a nice juicy story for you today, and just some general fun and hangout time. And yeah, we're glad that you could join us. And yeah, we're really happy to be back. It's been a long time. So
Awesome.
we're back.
So excited to do this, Gemma. We talked about it so much in the last few weeks. And
Yay!
decided to do it again. It was great.
Yes, we're back to doing our show. We're back to being woohoo and all that funky stuff. So yeah, I'm good. Like, we've got a good story to talk about today. I can link it in the chat for you guys in case you don't know what we're talking about. I will link it right now in the StreamYard public chat so people can see it in the chat. Hey Carol, how are you? Good to see you. Today we're going to be talking about the article I've just attached in the chat. It's from the Guardian newspaper website, and me and Joe are going to give our thoughts on it. And as an autistic woman myself, I'm going to give the autistic perspective. Joe's going to give his neurotypical intake, and also as an ally to the autistic community, he'll give his say, and we'll go backwards and forwards and give our intake on what we feel about the article below. If you guys want to read the article after the stream, that link will be available in the video description down below once this is uploaded, so you can go read it for yourself. So with me, I have that way is Joe, the Jamie Show, my co-host, my co-brother, and yeah, he's so glad to be here, and I'm really excited to have him back with me, and we're gonna have fun, bring you some hard-hitting stories and some fun, and just a really good chill out time. So it's gonna be great. I'm really excited.
It's gonna be awesome. I was telling you, we were a little nervous before we even did this, going over everything we were gonna do.
Yes, we did. We covered every single area. Yes.
And then right before we went live, we were both kind of like just quiet, nothing. Awkward.
Yeah. So yeah, we're going to discuss the Guardian article in a lot of depth. It's quite a deep article, but it's a very good article. Some of the points that they raised were very, very good, and I felt that they really related to me in general. So we're going to try and have our own opinions and separate it, and also I can speak from a bit of the medical side because I work with social workers and psychologists and stuff, so I can talk from some of the medical standpoint, but a lot of it is from my own autistic background. So if you do need signposting or you want further advice after this stream, I can then signpoint you to other people, and I'll link them down below afterwards as well, because there is some links I can send you after this stream. So just to let you know, they'll be all down the bottom once this video is uploaded. They'll be down there, and also the link to our original Gemma and Joe show with Joe back last year. I will attach the first episode down below as well, so everyone can go and watch that, because it's on a like a secret link. So I'll attach that in the bottom so people can watch it. But yeah, we've got 2 listeners so far. Whoop whoop. 2 people in the house.
Awesome.
Welcome, guys. I hope everyone's doing well on this Sunday afternoon, or Sunday morning, or Sunday evening. Hey, Tech Sparky, how are you? Good to see you. So yeah, it's a case of me and Joe just kind of having fun and talking about this in a different perspective. And the article I thought was a good idea to talk about. So yeah, it's kind of a really good article, and I hope everyone's doing well. And we're just here to have a bit of fun, and as well as educate you and try and make you realise that autism is a spectrum. It's not just one box fits all kind of thing with regards to autism. So yeah, we're bringing the show back. It's going to be full of different fun, and like we said, also we're going to try and get guests on. So like next week or the week after, if you're interested in being a guest, please contact me in my comment section or contact Joe, and we'll get back to you. We'll arrange a suitable time for you to be brought up on the stream. And if you have something to say, then leave us down a comment or in the chat. Write down your comments. Hey Jojo, how are you doing? Good to see you. And yeah, we're going to basically talk about this article and get into depth. I think it's going to be good for all of us. So
all right.
Yeah, it's good to see everybody.
when you sent me that article this morning, I thought, what a perfect thing to start off episode 1 with. I don't know if there's any of our viewers that will remember season 1, episode 1 that we streamed on the J-Man show, but there will be a secret link in this, I think, in the description of this video. Yeah. So we'll make that video is private, but you just follow the link. You won't find it if you put it in the search engine. If you're interested in the other episodes, get in contact with us. We can send them each week. We're gonna drop a new one.
Yeah, drop a new one. Yeah.
And this is so exciting, and I'm glad we're doing it. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the chat, everybody that's here. JoJo.
And yeah, JoJo is my UK best friend. She actually doesn't live that far from me, so she's my UK best friend, and she likes to pay her support and come and support me. So yay, she's here in the chat. So that's good.
Carol loving Alaska.
And Carol, she's a big supporter too. So yeah, we got the article. So what I will plan to do, if I can share it on my screen here somehow. So I put that like this, I think. Yes, like that, and then I can somehow try and get the article up on a separate. Oh no, what have I done now? No, I don't want that. No, I want. I've not done that. Oh, sugar. No. What am I doing? I'm pressing buttons. But yeah, the article is basically an article talking about how girls go undiagnosed and they camouflage. So the premise of the article is about a study that was done by the University of Cambridge. And they were saying that the reason why a lot of the girls and females in regards to autism that they go on unmissed is because a lot of us mimic, we fit in, we adapt to the social situation. And I did that for a lot of years. I was able to successfully, what I call masking, coping, whatever you want to call it. And basically, I was able to mimic by doing things such as liking certain celebrities, liking certain clothing, and I would copy that female who was liking a certain celebrity. Say, for instance, I like Robert Pattinson, so I found out everything I knew about Robert Pattinson. I started buying pictures of him. I started buying the Twilight films. I started buying other films that he was in just to know more about him as an actor, what he does, who he is, that kind of stuff. So when people would ask me, "Oh, Gemma, what celebrity do you like?" "Oh, I like Robert Pattinson. I like this," and they'll be like, "What? How do you know all that about him?" Because I took the time to study him, watch him on films. I would look at the way he presented himself. And people are like, "Oh, well, we didn't ask you about that. We just asked you what celebrity you like." And because I got to fit in and cope, I was able to go, "Oh, well, this celebrity is good looking. Oh, this celebrity is cool. Or this song's cool." Or like, for instance, me and my friend JoJo. "Hey, Big Tim, how are you?" My friend JoJo from the UK, who's my UK best friend, she knows that I have a big, when it comes to music, I have a big fascination with Ed Sheeran. And we went to a local Ed Sheeran exhibition back in the summer. And we went there a few times, and I got some of the merchandise. And people are like, "Oh, why do you have to buy that for? Why do you want the bag? Why do you need the necklace? Why do you need the pen?" And because I like his music and I love what he does, love his passion, I want to get everything I could from that exhibition, the book, and take pictures. And I actually did an upload about it on my channel because I want people to know I do like things like that. It's passion. It's something that becomes an interest that I research to the point of I know everything that there is to know about it. So yeah, it becomes like a special interest, and therefore I mimic my behaviour to such a point where I wasn't diagnosed until later on in my life, which a lot of you know if you're a frequent visitor on my channel. I was diagnosed in my mid-20s. I'm now in my early 30s. So it's kind of been a big adaptation to how I self-cope and how I deal with a lot of things. And welcome, Big Tim. I appreciate you coming to my channel. So it's kind of a case of a lot of people like me self-cope and self-manage because we don't have the typical behaviour that's associated with autism. Because again, autism is often associated with boys. It's seen as, "Oh, well, you can't be autistic because you're not a boy." No, it's because we self-cope so well and mimic that we fit in so well. People think, "Oh, well, she's just a bit quirky. She's just a bit odd. She'll deal with it." No, we don't, because we go under the radar so much to the point where our mental health gets, a factor into it. And that's why I was diagnosed, because I started having severe mental health episodes to the point where my hair was falling out. I was having severe anxiety issues. I wasn't eating properly. I wouldn't get up and washed every day. I didn't want to get up and dressed. I just couldn't be bothered. And it's a case, it got to a point where I was so much masking my struggles that people weren't noticing until, like, my behaviour with the anxiety. Oh, Gemma's been a spoilt brat. Gemma's playing up. She's being awkward. It wasn't until I had to actually seek help for it that a lot of people were like, oh, well, there must be something else wrong with Gemma. It's not just the anxiety or her depression that's kicking her. It's something else. And it took months for anyone to actually notice what was wrong with me. So this article is a really good way of explaining it, because a lot of us girls do mimic and we do mask to self-cope, because therefore we fit in and we're not seen as, oh, there's something wrong with you, because we're so well at acting. That's why a lot of females do end up as actresses, because we act and we put on this persona every day that, oh, we're good, we're woohoo, yay, everything's good. And then that what Joe is in behind closed doors with me, I freak. I get to the point where I'm so anxious. I'm like, fuck, everything's going wrong. And I get stressed out. And people are like, oh, what are you stressed out about? You're fine. No, I'm not. I get so panicky to a point where my head's going, oh my God, this hurts. And I'm getting stressed out and I'm feeling sick. And people go, oh, that's a temper tantrum. No, it's because I mask so much every day. And I have to go, no, it's fine. I'm good. Everything's good. I'm going to have a good day. Even though in my head, I'm panicking constantly because there's so much information that I have to try and self-cope with it. So this article really is a good way of describing it. And I think from Joe's point of view, he can kind of explain what he feels about it, because he knows what it's like for me. So I'll let him kind of give his standpoint.
Yeah. Well, I know that you don't really talk about the behind the scenes stuff often. And when you do, when you are completely honest, it's normally in a live stream where you're experiencing it live, and people can actually see you masking it live. Yeah. And if you're so good at it, there's people that accuse you of not even being autistic. And that's because you spent a majority of your life just trying to cope with it, and half of your life you were just trying to not even knowing you had it. And I think there's probably a lot of people out there that have no idea there could be somebody around them that isn't suffering from autism, but is suffering from the social parts that come with autism. We often hear people try to fight for a cure or eliminate autism, and we think that people with autism are suffering. Well, Gemma, you don't feel like you're suffering, right?
No, not at all. The only part that I suffer from, which is what I've said before, is the attitude of people in general, because I know they mean well on some of the things that they say, but they'll come at me and go, oh, well, you're so calm and you're so normal and you can't be autistic. I'm like, that's so patronizing. But at the same time, I don't suffer, but I suffer from the attitudes of people, because they're so knowledgeable and they think they know better than me. And I'm like, no, you don't.
So what's one of the things we're doing? One of the things that me and you have been trying to do, as long as we've known each other, is try to advocate for the awareness that's needed instead of, injections or pills or chemicals. Not that those things don't work in some aspects as far as medication goes, but like everyone's so eager to eliminate autism because they see how it affects that one of the ways we can cut down on that is just by making people know that there's people hiding it right now by masking their feelings, and they're literally wearing masks right now all the time too. So that's making it easier for people to hide their feelings.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's also showing those that really suffer from anxiety the worst because they can't have a mask on. So that's one of the things I think you've talked about in some of your other videos, and maybe we can do that in a future video. But like, it literally is masking your emotions. And I think I've talked to a lot of people that when you're already nonverbal, or their children are nonverbal, that's you have to figure out those subtle nuances in other ways, because your child already isn't communicating, or you as a person aren't communicating clearly or at all. So you have to figure out other ways, like leaning over. And I've seen you pull your hair, and I've seen you literally have anxious moments when good things happen too. So you can't really ever tell the difference between a bad moment or a happy anxiety.
Yeah.
And like they don't talk a lot about this in some of the articles. I don't hear people talk about it, but me and you talk about it a lot.
Yeah, I think this is the problem, because like, a lot of people don't see how people can separate things. So for me, like, I can separate some things that I go through. I can identify some happiness, some sadness, but at the same time, like, I mask. This article is perfect for me because I mask a lot of the time. People go, "Oh, just be yourself. Just be yourself." Yes, I am myself for the most part, but when you have to go out into public and when you're expected to be this person who's not bothered by anything or expect to be this non-sensitive person. Thank you, Carol. And you're basically expected to be the standard normal. I can't, because I have to cope with so much all day that by the time I've overthought it and got myself calm, it's a fact that I struggle with knowing what's happy, what's sad, and what's not. And people go, "Oh, well, it's just you overthinking it, or it's you being a demanding brat." No, it's not. It's the fact that I have to mask constantly. Thank you, Eli, for sharing me out. I appreciate that. And it's difficult because people think that because I'm a girl, oh, well, you're fine. You're not bothered by anything. No. Like, I fidget a lot. Like, people know I sit here and fidget a lot of the time because I can't constantly keep eye contact on the camera. I can't constantly sit still because I get irritated or there's noise or I get uncomfortable. So therefore, I fidget to get myself comfortable. But people don't realise that I do it as a way of self-coping, not just as a way to demonstrate how I'm feeling to people, so they can see, oh, okay, Gemma's a bit uncomfortable, or Gemma's anxious, or, but I don't show that much on camera because people don't want to see that. They want to see me being the woohoo, bouncy, happy person all the time, because they don't get that I mask all the time.
Well, that's because they see, that's what the part is where they see you suffering from it. They see it affecting you negatively, and and we love you, we worry about you. I mean, so it's not coming from a bad place. It's coming from, I wish this wasn't real because look at poor Gemma. And you're over here saying, no, I'm a mutant. I got X-Men powers. My job here is to show you that how things can be done with the right attitude, taking the right responsibilities for yourself, and just learning and growing a lot. And I'm so happy that you've let me be a part of that for the last 4 years we've known each other.
Yeah.
Almost 5 now, I think.
Yeah. So the thing is like, people don't realize people like you have been my constant reassurance. You've been my constant brother. You've been there for me when I've had really bad days, to the point where I'm like, fuck all this, I'm done, I don't want to do it, I can't. And you're like, Gemma, and you've reassured me, and you're like, no, you can, and you've helped me stay here, because a lot of the time I would have ran a mile. Hey, Dawn, how are you?
I think we should talk about how we can help, or at least identify people when they're masking or trying to masking, and the best ways to approach individuals, or maybe not approach them based on where they are on the spectrum or how they're reacting to attempts at trying to help. Because a lot of people have great intentions, but they almost make it worse sometimes just by badgering you, which is why you mask in the first place.
Yeah, so for me, it's a case of,
you don't want them to know you're having a moment.
Yeah.
And
so like when I mask, like, this is the problem. Like when I mask, it's like I put up this defense system. It kind of becomes like, I don't want to be hurt, so I kind of automatically defend myself, going, no, I don't want to deal with that. I'm not going to deal with that, and I'm going to push myself away. But at the same time, I have to open myself up and go, no, let these people in, let them help you, because the more isolated I become, the more permanently I get anxious, the more I'm fidgeting. And it's about gaining that awareness and going, hey, this is what autism is. This is the reality of it. I can't just shut it away. Oh, the Jamin show's lost connection. Oh dear. Yeah, so basically what he was saying is that basically this is how we open each other up and how we support each other. Thank you, Eli. I appreciate that. Gemma, 50 years ago, autism was not recognised. I'm very sure my cousin is autistic, but sad as it may be that they labelled it differently back then. But her actions display someone on the spectrum. Oh, thank you, Dawn. I appreciate you doing that, and hopefully he does have the link so he can come back in. If not, I'll carry on the show on my own, but I would really appreciate if Joe comes back. Yeah, I know he's temporarily lost internet connection probably, or his phone's overheated, one of the two. So I know that he's on his phone right now. Oh, he's back. There we go. There we go. Add my brother back. There we go. A temporary internet glitch.
Am I back? Can you hear me?
Yes, you're back.
All right. Sorry about that. It completely cut out. It was a lagging issue. It said move closer to your router. I didn't do that. We're back.
Yeah, you're back. You're fine. No worries. I did say it was probably an internet glitch or your phone overheated, one of the two.
Well, we're back. We're live. Let's keep
we're back.
The interruption. What did I miss?
So basically, I was just saying about how you explain about opening up and talking about the ways of coping and admitting to people, this is how the reality of autism is. It's not all pleasant rainbows and roses. Like, autism is a hard thing to deal with. Like, on a day-to-day basis, I have sensory processing to do. I have my anxiety to control, which I'm on meds for, which is not too bad. But I have the constant doubt and worry that I'm going to screw something up. Like, each of my videos, for instance, I film at least 5 or 6 times before I upload them because I panic so much about saying something wrong, or I get agitated, or hear noise in the background, so I have to stop and delete it, then refilm, and then there'll be something else that happens in the background to go, oh my God, what am I doing? So yeah, it's a case of I have to literally try and self-cope the best way I know how to. And yeah.
So how can we teach people or show them ways to help autistic individuals when they have an opportunity or they're in a situation where that's happening?
Yeah, so if you're supporting an autistic loved one, or if you come across someone that's autistic, like, be very careful the way that you approach them, because there's 2 reactions that you're probably going to get. You're probably going to get the reaction where they're anxious and they don't want you near them, or you're going to get the reaction where they may potentially hit out at you because their body is under threat, or flight or flight reaction. Oh, J-Man's lost his internet connection again. Oh dear. But yeah, basically this is what we kind of deal with on a day-to-day basis. And yeah, we're basically talking about how to self-cope, self-manage. And Joe, you still here? Oh, no, he's not. Okay. Joe, come back in. Go out and come back in again. You can hear me. Hey, Andy. How are you? Hopefully, right, if I studio. Yeah, Joe, come back in under the link, brother. Try again because you're lagging badly. But yeah, we're just talking about autism and this article that we were talking about autistic girls going undiagnosed because it's such a hard subject to sorry, I just got a message from someone. Yeah, so basically we were talking about this article. Thank you. I've got my Disney hoodie on because it's really cozy. And like I said, I'll link it in the chat so you guys can see the article right here. I will copy it into the StreamYard chat link so you guys can check out the article. I did actually upload a video on it today as well. So that's the article I've just linked in the description below. And yeah, it's just a case of girls going under the radar, women going under the radar with regards to autism, because again, we tend to mask a lot of it. Welcome back, brother. Internet issues, we get it.
Every time I asked the question, it cut it out. The Illuminati, they're doing it. I don't know. I don't know about the.
But yeah, I was just kind of explaining like what you were saying and kind of clarifying it a little bit. Carol says, I understand how every autistic individual handles things so different from each other. Most don't like to be touched unless invited. Exactly, Carol. This is the thing. People with autism have different sensory touch issues. With me, I like hugs. I'm very for the deep pressure. I like people to hug me, whereas some autistic people, the thought of having a hug or even having you go nowhere anywhere near them, it's like, no, get away from me. They don't want it. They feel that you're invading their space. They feel that you're kind of overcrowding them, and it can lead to things like suffocation issues. It can lead to things like high anxiety, sensory overload, sensory shutdown, meltdowns, which can cause a real big, hey vegan, hey Rosie. And that's a big issue in itself. And I think that's another thing we need to talk about on a separate stream. I think sensory issues is a really big thing in autism because, especially with me, I'm very sensory to touch, smell, noise are my main 3 triggers that I have. Hi, Mini Cooper. And like the other day, I did a restaurant vlog where I went to a local steakhouse and I deliberately filmed it so you could hear all the noise, people talking, the waitresses taking orders, and you could hear the chef like cooking and stuff. And I deliberately made it that uncomfortable for myself so I could go, look, this is what I do when I go outside and I go out for dinner or I go out and do things with people. This isn't my natural thing. This isn't how I feel comfortable. I do it to prove a point and go, hey, this is what I put up with because this is an everyday thing. I'm going to have to get used to noise. I have to get used to being around people. And it's difficult because each person on the spectrum is different. Because I'm so high functioning, I can cope with a lot more than a lot of people who are similar to me can. Because not all of them can go out and vlog, or not all of them will have a YouTube channel like me. Because the thought of being judged in front of strangers and having people judge them and leave nasty comments, it'd be enough to shut their YouTube channel down. Whereas me, I'm very good with coping with that kind of stuff. Hey, four sons, mum, how you doing? It's good to see you. Hey, Dr. Fish. And yeah, this is a kind of, huh?
I was saying, smash the like button while you're here. Thanks for
stopping by. Please share this out and smash the like button, please. It helped massively. It helped with our show and getting people in here and whatnot. So yeah, we're just kind of talking about general things and kind of giving our thoughts on the article as a whole. And Joe, I know Joe's got some really good points to raise on it, so I'm going to let him have the floor and he can give me his thoughts and we can go from there.
Well, you told me when we first met that there's a lot of young women that probably have autism that are too afraid to even come forward to start finding out if they do or not. So I didn't know. Yeah. Most of my experiences with autistic individuals were male. So that backed up everything that they were saying in the article. And it just really brought a lot of other things too that I didn't even think about, because you're not that type of autistic individual. And I've never experienced that with you. And, you know, as many autistic females as I have worked with, every single person's different. So you can't just assume one thing for everyone. And I think they mentioned something about like noises and stuff. And I know you in particular, like when you take a train or a bus or anything, that's one of those things where that's got to be one of the most difficult things to mask ever. And if I was in public and I noticed somebody was suffering from that, I would want to know the best way to approach them to make them feel more comfortable. Like, would you offer I know we're social distancing now, so that makes it a little bit more difficult because we have to keep our, but if you see somebody suffering or struggling on a bus with, you know, loud noises, there's got to be something we can do to help. What do you think we can do that isn't?
Yeah. So if you see someone in distress, if you think they might be on the spectrum, the best thing that I would suggest is if you go up to them, talk softly and say, hey, you know, I understand that you might be on the spectrum or you seem to be having a distressful moment. How about we get you off this bus or move to a quieter place on the bus, get you settled? Have you got headphones on? Do you have some music nearby in your bag? Do you have, say, an iPhone or something you can with you some music on? We can change the ear defenders for headphones, put the music on so that it saves them getting overstimulated, and then you can calm them down by gradually introducing other things. So maybe they might have a fidget toy with them. So for me, it's a case of they may have a sensory toy in their bag. So say like actually I've got a perfect example. Hold on a minute. Just over here. Oops. And it looks bad, but maybe having something like this to take in their bag, a fidget spinner. Like this is one thing that could instantly calm them down because it's the tactile touch of things, it's the spinning, like it would help calm them down. So things like that are a massive help, or things like fidget cubes, or sensory necklaces, which I have in my bedroom. So just something small that could be like this would help. So yeah, Ms. Bolton, thank you for sharing me out. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
And he's asked me a question. What am I thankful for? I'm thankful for all my family, my friends, the YouTube family I have here, especially the people who I've got closer to, especially Joe and other people who I call my brothers, my sisters on here, who I speak to nearly on an everyday basis if I can help it. Maybe a distraction sort would help. And yes, I was going to say that, Gemma. Earplugs. Yes, Carol, ear defenders, earplugs are essential. If you're going to take an autistic person out into the public and there's noise, the last thing you want to do is overstimulate them. So you need some kind of protection on the ears or something that they can self-distract with their hands. So again, something like fidget spinners and stuff like that would help. Mini Cooper, no, they're not banned in schools per se, but they prefer you not to have them. But on medical need, you are actually allowed to take these into schools with a medical note because it's seen as a sensory stimming toy, which they can't stop you from having because of autism, and it is a medical need, so they can't stop you. So yeah, these aren't banned. They just prefer a doctor's letter or a letter from family or social worker of some kind, just to let them know that you do actually need it. So yeah, but these aren't banned. I've took these into schools and I've done talks before, and I've sat there and fiddled with it, and I've never been questioned about it. So yeah, it's just make sure that you have some kind of proof with you if you do get asked. But yeah, they're not banned per se. Yeah. So that's another. I will do a separate video on this as well about, or separate stream about sensory things. It seems to be a popular topic. So I will do that with Joe at some point in the next few weeks. We'll talk about sensory issues, and maybe I'll get out my sensory box stuff and I'll show you what I have, so you guys have an idea of where to get stuff from if you want to purchase stuff. I'm also trying to think of other things as well that could help.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
Do you think that it would be a good idea for, since the holidays are coming up too, if somebody has like an autistic family member or friend, maybe putting together like their own little sensory kit like you have, and then kind of they can help that individual in situations like that, so they can pull out and have a variety of options to help with the stemming behavior, and and then that way they can all kind of feel like they have their like an arsenal for what happens in case, worst case scenario, in case of anxiety, bust out this, because I met an autistic mother that actually had a separate purse just full of stuff like that, and I thought what a great idea. And some of it was based on the special interest topic that the individual had. Like they really liked, I forget what it was, like birds. So like everything had something to do with birds, and that really helped. Just the textures, and so that's important to know too. But sometimes you're telling me senses of smell can also kind of. How do you mask that? How do you
I guess for me, I've learned to self-distract myself a lot. So for me, it's usually if I'm out with someone, it's usually music. If I hear music in the shop, or I'm busy trying to buy something that I like, it's usually that will self-distract myself long enough to not think about it. But at the same time, I know that smell's there, so I can still have it in the background. Like the other day, I actually freaked out because I was in a shop, which one of my friends knew not to take me in, and it was a shop that had different like perfume scents and stuff in, and as soon as I smelled that smell, I was like, kaboom. It was literally all I could think about was this smell, and it drove me absolutely nuts to the point where I was feeling really dizzy and sick, and it just isn't a good thing to deal with. So again, it just depends on what type of scents are triggers for you and avoiding them.
So in that case, you kind of just switch senses. You were like, well, I'm going to stop smelling stuff and start hearing stuff. You switch gears. You use that to kind of defuse the situation. That kind of cut down on your anxiety that you were displaying. And then you kind of got out of there as soon as you could.
Yeah, exactly.
I got another question too. Do you think, and I know you wore a mask just to show that you're willing to wear a mask because you want to do what's best.
Hey, Mariska.
Do you think that wearing a mask actually helps with the smell issue?
I guess this is a difficult question, I guess in one way it can, because a lot of people who are wearing the mask, especially people with autism, who feel that it's a good way of self-distraction, and they feel that they can finally, I guess, be like they're kind of their own selves wearing them. But for me, a mask is a massive sensory trigger. I cannot stand it. I think for me, I can't wait to get it off. I had to wear one the other day to go on the bus, and it drove me nuts. I was constantly, as soon as I got out of the bus, I took it off for like 10 minutes before I met my friend, and then as soon as we went into any shops, it went back on. But I don't like wearing it. It made me itch. I was very sweaty. I got back home, all my face was wet because I got so anxious and got sweaty because it was making my face itch. I was just like, oh, I can't wait to get it off. It's just, get it off. I can't stand wearing it. And each person is different. Again, this is the thing. I'm not saying don't wear masks. No, I'm not. I'm not saying do not wear masks. I know we have to wear them. I know it's a mandatory thing for a lot of people, especially in the US and the UK now. We have to wear them. But I am exempt. I do have an exemption lanyard in my actual bag, which is all there behind me. And I can actually, noise. I can actually show you. I have an actual lanyard that actually says that I'm exempt. So I do actually wear this when I go outside.
But you've told me that really doesn't matter. People still get mad at you and still kind of question you and think that that's fake. And like, yes, you have a piece of paper around your neck, but people still think that, you're being selfish and you're still willing to even wear a mask in most situations because you want them to feel comfortable. That's what you would want somebody to do for you.
Yeah.
So
I try and wear a mask if I have to most of the time because people assume that just because I have autism, oh well, you should still wear one. Like for instance, 2 weeks ago, just over 2 weeks ago, I was in a store here and I was doing my shopping, my own business, had my exemption lanyard on. The lady at the store comes up to me and says, oh, you can't be in here with that exemption lanyard on. I went, why not? I'm exempt. And she went, no, you're not. I went, yeah, I am. I said, what makes it any different? And she tried telling me that the UK government had changed the rules with regards to people with disabilities. I was like, well, hold on a minute. That's not right because I've read different. And she's like, I don't care. Either get out of my store or put a mask on. I was like, no, you can't throw me out. It's discrimination. I said, I can get you in a lot of trouble. And I actually took that to my MP and I said, look, I've been thrown out of a store. I'm autistic. I had my exemption lanyard on. I don't understand what I've done wrong. Am I in the right or did I do something wrong? And he researched on his end. He told me basically I've been just discriminated against. I've done nothing wrong. He is actually now writing up an exemption letter for people with disabilities who are exempt and saying, look, leave them alone because they are exempt. They don't need to be hassled. So I've actually got my MP working on it because he was disgusted. He was really shocked that I even got thrown out of somewhere. He's like, what? Why did she throw you out? I was like, I don't understand it. I still don't.
When that's awesome, by the way. Congratulations. We talked about your interview with Parliament member. That must be so exciting.
That is getting uploaded this week. I've been delayed on that because I've been trying to edit it. But
that's a really
the video was like an hour and 20 minutes long, so I've edited it down to like 30-40 minutes because some of it was irrelevant. But yes, the main part of it will be uploaded this week, and so look out for that when that comes up. That's going to be dropped hopefully next couple of days. I'm just still working on it, but it's a really, really good interview. He did really well. I really grilled him, and he was like, so I kind of caught him out on some stuff. So that'll be quite a funny thing to watch. Carol, this is the thing with the masks thing. I don't want to drag it on too much, but people don't realize that the masks really make you overventilated and overstimulated. Like I can show my mask here. I've actually got it in my bag with me. Where's it gone? Here, I've actually got my own Vampire Diaries one, but even wearing this for like 10 minutes at a time makes me feel like I'm going to be sick. And even though it's a proper medical one, it has the like hard material bit on here and it's stretchy and whatever, but it makes me really feel dizzy and I can't stand it being on my face. I'd rather not wear one, but I wear it due to respecting people, and I don't want to be seen as one of these, oh, you're one of these disabled, spoiled brat people who won't wear one, so therefore I wear it. But I hate it. I can't stand it. If I didn't have to go out in the next few weeks, I wouldn't wear it, but I still want to be social until especially when Thursday comes around. Because once Thursday hits, the UK is in national lockdown for 5 weeks, which means I can't go out anywhere. So I'm making the best of it tomorrow and Tuesday. Then as soon as that hits, then it'll be staying at home time. So I don't know why I know Mini Cooper, but unfortunately they follow government policy and they see it as if you don't have a mask, you're not welcome. They see it as not abiding by the rules. So I get it, I understand it, but it shows lack of understanding, which is a shame.
Hey, if you guys are in the chat right now and you want to show your support to the channel, one of the best things you can do is drop a super chat, hit Gemma's PayPal. All the money that Gemma gets for this channel actually goes right towards autism awareness. It's one of the best things that you can do. I can verify that 100% of that money goes towards something awesome and something great. And Gemma is just trying to pour her heart into this. So we just thank you for everything you've been putting into this. I just wanted to mention that real quick. Sorry, it's kind of random, but.
No, you're fine, brother. I appreciate that. It helps massively. So I said, anything I do on this channel is all for autism awareness. Like, I will put the money back into autism charities. I've recently got a autism loot box, which is going to be on its way in the next couple of days. And that loot box is full of autism information and things like fidget toys, which I'm going to be planning on at some point doing like a mini giveaway, or I will decide on who gets what due to being on my channel and stuff. So there'll be a lot more of these coming and some other autism goodies. So that's going to be something I will be reviewing on my channel in the near future, as well as some other articles that I have in front of me right now. So that's good. But yeah, I thought I'd come on and we'll chat a bit about it and just have a fun hangout and bring our show back with a bang, and woohoo! And we're doing well. We've been live 42 minutes. Yay.
Oh, it's been 42 minutes already, with the exception of me getting cut out twice.
Yes, that's not so good.
Third time's a charm, so
let's not go there.
I'm knock on wood. We'll be fine.
Let's not go there. We're not gonna lose you again.
I think that today's episode is going really well, and I look forward to doing next week's episode, or I'm not sure if we'll do it next week or not, but what is in store?
I'm hoping so.
What is in store for next episode? Were we gonna talk about that one show you just got into, or do you want to do more stuff about maybe?
No, next week we can talk about The Good Doctor. The Good Doctor, if people don't know, is a US hospital TV program, and it's something that I've been watching fairly recently, and I've been writing my reviews up. I've so far watched season 1, episodes 1 to 4, and I'm going to watch some more tonight to do some more reviews. And it's basically about a guy who is an autistic doctor, and he also happens to have savant syndrome. And savant syndrome is a increased form of autism, but it's more like on the genius scale. And this guy is intense. I warn you, he's very, very intense. He's very, very highly functional myself, but he sees things a lot of a different way from what I do. So that's what's going to be coming next week. We'll talk about that.
We're going to talk about how video gaming as well. Autism.
Yes, we're going to be talking about video games, which I'll do some research on as well. And Mini Cooper, yes, you have to be 18 years or older to super chat, because that's YouTube's rules, unfortunately. You have to be 18 years or over to donate. So, or you can, or Mini Cooper, you may be able to do the PayPal instead, which Carol's just linked below. Carol!
Oh, Carol, awesome.
Thank you so much, Carol. Thank you. Much love. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Woohoo!
Everybody, go check out Carol's channel. Show some support.
Yeah, go check out Carol's channel, people. She's an amazing, amazing person. Go and check her out if you would. It would mean the world to me. If one of my mods could drop her link in the chat, that would appreciate if someone could drop that for me. She's a really, really good person. So that's awesome. Okay, Mini Cooper. No worries. I don't do it for the super chats and stuff. I do it for the awareness. I do it to have people who support me, and that's just how I work. I don't ask for super chats. It's just a case of if people want to do that to me, that's fine, and it all goes back to the channel anyway. So
that's why I said something, because I knew you weren't going to, because I think it's important. And
I never do, brother. I don't like promoting it.
I have no problem shamelessly promoting you. It'll be great.
I know you don't. I know.
I don't think people realize how long it took you to actually even monetize your channel, because you were so against the whole. You were like, I'm selling out, brother. I don't want to do it. I said, well, that money you get, you can make people's lives different with. And you actually said, you know what? Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, I was dead set against being monetized. I didn't want to do it. I was like, nope, I'm not a sellout. I'm not someone who's going to sit here and beg for money. I'm not someone who's going to sit here and be like, gimme, gimme, gimme. No.
And it's because of awesome viewers like you guys. So please share the stream, smash that like. The YouTube community has been awesome to Gemma. Her channel is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Awesome. You have grown so much as a YouTuber, as a human, as just a member of the community. You are a leader.
Hi, Jenny.
I'm so proud of you, Gemma. You've come such a long way, and you've made the most of all of your time on YouTube. So that's awesome, and thanks for letting me be a part of that. And
welcome. Like everyone who's part of my journey on here's my family. Like YouTube has been a scary thing because you never know who's watching you and who understands what you're trying to do. And being such a niche as I am as well, it's very hard to necessarily get the people interested in it, and I have to research a lot of it just so I have a lot of proof. Stacey Morgan, oh my God. What are you doing, brother? Oh my God. Thank you, Stacey Morgan. I know, Carol. Thank you so much, Carol. And Stacey Morgan, I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Stacey. How are you doing, Stacey, by the way? Good to see you. But yeah, this is just me being me and having my brother on with me and talking all things autism, mental health, and just having a fun hangout. And yeah, I'm pretty much... Yeah, I'm having fun.
We talked about some secret merch items coming out, some limited edition stuff, and some logo, and we were working on all kinds of graphics behind.
Yes, we are. Yes.
So Gemma's got some merch stuff that'll be coming out soon. I don't know if we'll be doing a Gemma and Joe Show T-shirt or not, but there's other things we already have plans on.
Well, we can plan that. I'm sure that'll be a fun T-shirt to get out there, and maybe a hoodie too. I'm going to be editing my merch pretty soon anyway. And adding some more stuff onto it. I haven't really been working on it, but my merch link, if people are interested, is in my channel banner. It's the little flame logo. So my merch is out there if you do want to check that out. So all you have to do is just click on it.
And the proceeds go 100% towards autism awareness.
Yeah, I don't profit out of it. It will all be going back into autism awareness stuff for the channel. So yeah. And it's amazing. You guys are amazing. Like I know you guys like super chatting and stuff, but I don't do it for that. I do it for the pure awareness of autism, and I do it for my own experiences because a lot of people don't get a lot of the reason why females struggle like I do. And the thing is, the more that I shout out about it and go, hey, this is the reality of it, people go, oh, so this is what Gemma goes through, rather than just assume they think they know best or they know better than me, and they don't necessarily. It's a case of everyone on the spectrum, regardless of female or not, is different.
Do you think it's important to encourage young women and women in general that if they feel like they're on the spectrum, well, all young people and just people that think they might be on the spectrum, to actually start talking to the professionals and people to get them in the right direction to get diagnosed with that? And if so, are there opportunities for them to just go on the internet and follow a link and a phone number, or should they go to their parents?
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll put some links in the video description once this video is uploaded, so you guys can go to local services. I will find out the US services and the UK ones as well. I'll attach them down in the video description after this is uploaded. So if you guys feel that you know someone or yourselves or anyone who you work with may be on the spectrum, these services will be able to help you. So then you can go and click on their links. I'll put them down below after this is uploaded. Or you can message me on my email, which I'll put into the chat. So if people want to email me on my email address, I'll directly answer you on my... Bye, Minnie Cooper. Take care. And that's my email address in the chat box. So if people want to email me directly, you can send me an email and I'll get back to you as soon as I'm able to. My emails, I'm pretty respondent on there. So that's just my email address. Thank you, Carol. I appreciate that. Like I said, we're probably going to wrap this up pretty soon. We've been going nearly 50 minutes. So, yeah, we'll probably run about another 5 more minutes and then I'll wrap this up. And we'll be back next Sunday, same time, 1 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. UK time. And, yeah, I hope you've learned a little something from both me and Joe. And, yeah, me and Joe will say our goodbyes now, and we'll see you same time next week.
All right. Well, thanks for letting me be a part of this, Gemma, and I look forward to episode 2. I think we're going to talk about that video game that's trending right now, Among Us, and how that kind of goes along with masking, because you got to lie to win in that game. and sometimes, you have to tell the truth. And that's where, I think it'll be great way to segue into that video game and autism topic that we're going to touch on down the road too. So thanks again, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. I'm sure we'll talk again after the stream. So everybody, thanks for coming. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for your donations. Thanks for your attention, and thanks for helping us.
Yeah. Take care, guys. Bye. Love you.